its most basic level, if students come to school, they're most likely to succeed because they're with caring educators. And if they're not in school, it's hard for them to succeed.
New Oregon Department of Education data shows absenteeism is a serious and growing problem across Oregon schools. Chronic absenteeism, when a student misses at least 10% of school days or about 3 weeks of school, worsened last school year.
Well, the research is pretty clear that it matters on all sorts of educational indicators, from passing a grade, standardized tests, and then ultimately graduation rate.
In 2022-2023, 38% of all Oregon students were chronically absent. That's 2% worse than the year before, moving farther away from pre-pandemic levels when 20% of students missed that much school. Portland State University assistant professor Madhu Narayanan says it would have been alarming even if absenteeism levels stayed flat, and the data shows some demographics are being hit the hardest.
Black students, Native American students in particular, Pacific Islanders, English language learners, are these groups that have higher rates of chronic absenteeism, and all of those are exacerbated by poverty.
Most every school district reported drops in attendance, including Beaverton schools. Beaverton Education Association President Lindsay Ray says she believes staffing levels and large class sizes contribute, but there are other pressures keeping students from attending regularly.
External factors, like I mentioned, housing insecurity, food insecurity, students not receiving, for whatever reason, that external support that gets them to school. And I think that that's happening in Beaverton, but I also think that's happening everywhere in the state.
Most other states reported improvements in attendance levels last year. Narayanan says school clubs and activities, incentives, reminders to families, and early warning systems can all work. But the key is to make sure the adults in each school really get to know each student and what they need.
Every child who comes to school, we know they benefit when they feel like they're seen and when they feel like they have someone who believes in them. And every parent who sends their child to school, their ultimate hope is that their child is someone who is known in the school building.
In its release of this attendance data, state education leaders said the absenteeism rates are a, quote, serious concern. Chronic absenteeism is also used as a key predictor for dropping out of high school. Brittany.